Okay, so this is stitching a boning channel using an open-toed foot. This is your open-toed foot. As you can see, it gives you a very clear line of sight as to where exactly the needle is going to be entering the fabric, and also it gives you an unbroken viewpoint of your chalk guideline as it's fed through, under and into the needle. Right then, the first thing you want to check is that your needle is correctly lined up. So we just check that. It should hit dead centre of your chalk guideline. We're good to go there. And then the next thing you want to check is that your chalk guideline here is lined up with your needle, so that as the fabric is fed through, you don't need to be adjusting the fabric too much. The second thing you want to make sure as well is finger placement. Now I'll be doing this one-handed. Usually I use two, but you want to make sure that your fingers are placed away from the needle and the foot. First is health and safety, and the second reason is any movement you make up here will be quite dramatic. But if you make the same kind of movement here, it's not quite as dramatic. So it's easier to make small adjustments, which is really all you should be needing to make. And just leave your fingers sitting on top of the fabric. Don't grip the fabric or hold it up. And another thing I used to do was to try and feed the fabric through the foot. The feed dogs do that just fine. So really you just want to have your fingers here and allow the fabric to flow underneath them, and then just use this index finger here to make any minor adjustments that you need to. Start slow when we're stitching, and then you can build up speed as your confidence grows. The one thing I will say is that often starting on the slowest speed that your machine will handle isn't always the best way. Try and keep to a low speed, but if you're still finding that you're not quite getting that straight line, just try stitching that a little bit quicker. That should help. So we're going to start now. Fingers in the right position, everything's lined up, and I'm doing this one-handed, so fingers crossed it works. Stitching slowly at first, and then just allowing it to pick up some speed. Now when you get to the end of your panel pieces for your corset, it's quite tempting to grab hold and again help push that fabric through. Don't do that, just allow your fingers to stay at the bottom there and just keep them moving with the fabric till the end. There we go, and cast off. Or not. Okay, so there we have it. That's our line of stitching. Now as you can see, if I try and zoom in, your stitching will have erased 90% of the chalk markings that we made. And then the last of it, I'm using a chalk pen, and the last of that can either be removed using a damp cloth or during your final cleaning process once you've finished your corset. Here I've drawn the right hand side boning channel stitch guide, and if you're using the open-toed version, then all you need to do is line it up and stitch it again. Another way of stitching straight boning channels is to use the piping foot, which I'm going to show you now.